And that is immovable of the body, immovable of the senses, immovable of the awareness. Those are three immovable. Immovable of the body, which means, I already said, postures. Have good postures, or comfortable postures, or sitting on a chair, whichever comfortable, but not during the meditation. You should not have uncomfortable. So you whatever feels comfortable or practices, so comfortable. But even though it's sitting in a chair, according to teaching, trying to keep back spans. Those are straight up, shoulders are a little extended, and bellies are pulled a little bit in, not loose. So that means your waist and all those are kind of straight up, and head is held up, kind of straight up that. And now that is the movable of the body. And the movable of the senses, that means I already mentioned earlier, all the senses, eye, ear, nose, everything leave as it is. Nothing really changed. Even in Dzogchen teaching, even open the eye, not widely, but open the eye, look into the spaces. Spaces, those are the teaching said. Go into the space. Why? If the teaching said, because when you open the eye in the space, the clarity comes. Your meditation will become more clarity. What in those experiences meditators said in the teaching, and I heard too from those orally heard that. First, when we meditate, stabilizing mind is so important. Stabilizing. So that is stable. The one mind is more or less stabilized. Then mostly important is clarity. Clarity means meditation is more fresh, more clear, more brilliant, not dull, sitting, kind of stable. Clear, the pristine. That is really important. And in order to do that, and this eye, you open the eye, look into the space, according to teaching, it will help. It will be more clarities. Clarity, and that will also open the inborn wisdom too, according to teaching. So it is very good. So then you meditate. Now, meditating is now you meditating on the Dzogchen states. The nowness, that what we discussed in the teaching said. Nowness. You're really relaxed. That's it. And now there's nothing else. Meditation practice during the Dzogchen meditation, the meditation only is really that. That is what Garab Dorje is teaching. The pointing out. Recognize one's own inner nature. And then, second, one resolutions. That means not lingering so many different things. Now stay, should be happy. Because Dzogchen practice encompasses everything. Dzogchen practice is really like, by practicing the Dzogchen meditation, it will subdue negativities. It will purify all the negativities. It will by close connection to we are not just close connection, we are in a three-kaya state of the mind. So therefore, it is all practices. It encompasses everything. Everything means it encompasses the Guru, encompasses Guru practices, it encompasses the Yadam practices, it encompasses of the Nakini practices, it encompasses everything. All the practices. So therefore, one resolution to the Dzogchen meditation, and then meditate. Continue maintaining that. Meditating is not the effort to meditate, but relaxing, carefree. For those reasons, in the teaching, Great Master Nagarjuna said, and never altered, never changed, never fabricated, keep as it is in the nature, without any effort. And nothing holding, not holding anything. And if you keep that way, that is the way all the Buddhas went and got realizations. All Buddhas going to get realization. That's the way. That's it. So not changing, not altering, not trying to do this and that, but simply relax. And not forcing, and then relax. That's where get whole realizations. That's it. So for that reason here, His Holiness Dudjom Rinpoche said here in the Calling Lama, the letting go in the free natural flow of the uncontracted awareness. Live as it is, carefree, not trying to regulate. If we try to regulate something, that is duality, that is a fabrication, that is a conception, that is, we dilute our meditation. If we trying to do that, then really is conception. Then is duality. What that means? Then that is root of samsara. It's root of the obscurations. We're creating the samsara. We are releasing samsara to the Dharmakaya status as it is. So here, that is flow of the uncontracted awareness status. And then here, he's only saying same thing as I just said, Narayana's teaching said, not holding whatsoever arises. Not holding. Thought comes. The display of the Dharmakaya, or in other words, thought will come while you're meditating. Is the energy flowing. Dharmakaya energy. And that energy is in it. Dzogchen teaching what said? Sambhokaya, Nirmakaya energy. That they are the Nirmakaya, they are the Sambhokaya energy. Come, it will flow. But don't block. Don't regulate it. When you regulate it, that I said is a duality. It's a samsara mind. So here it says, not holding whatever arises, whatever good thoughts, bad thoughts, different visions, different imaginations. In the mind comes sometimes, not sometimes, many times it comes, really, all the different things. Maybe sometimes the kind of sceneries comes, and sometimes the kind of waterfalls, all this. And then we try and think, oh, this is beautiful, cooling, this. That is the trick. We are tricked by our own displays. It's all come from display. Whether it's good, good things. All such is good things, joy and devotion, body are there. Even it comes, let it go. Even it is good. And the bad things, such as the emotions, stressfuls, all our kind of past memories, past these and things, or childhood memories, or those, whatever, it's all kind of comes. Those could come. Or imagination, something comes up to you. Maybe nothing happened, in at least this lifetime, but some kind of like those habitual arise. Not analyze this and that thing. Then that is the weeds of the duality. Then really, then it's tracking us. So that is all in the mind, but also on our sense side. Things, see good things, or beautiful things, or maybe not so good things, see. Or heard some noise, those are good, not externally. Smell, everything. Whatever it is. Not regulating, not nominating, not discriminating, not labeling those, this and that. That is duality. That is a trick. Even though these are kind of came. So therefore, here said his own Dudjom is self-liberated. Liberated. This liberated is, again, what the Garab Dorje's third word teaching. Liberated on the confidence of the will. liberating. The great Master Papa emphasized that our progress of the meditation and Dzogchen meditation is 100% relying of the way we liberating. If we able to liberate it as it's arising, our practice really is going so smooth. If we don't liberate it as it's arising, even we recognize the teaching, even we have good understanding of the Dzogchen practices or teachings, we still stop. So the cornerstone or the landmark of the realization or not realization is really measured by this liberation. That is it. That liberation is during the meditation, during the post-meditation. It's not just only the meditation time. During the post-meditation, also liberated. If we able to liberate it, whatever the consequence comes externally, immediately that is number one. As it arises, as that moment, we liberate it. Then what the great Master Papa would say, that moment you uprooted the source of suffering. Among the first Buddha's teaching, Four Noble Truth, first is source of suffering truth. And source of suffering is what? Source of suffering truth is what? Is negative emotions. Anger, jealous, hatred, thought. And then underneath is ignorance. Ignorance is supported to it. Ignorance is behind the scene. Ignorance we can't see again. It's so naive, so deep. But the anger and the jealous and the hatred, thought, the doubt, and those are surface and active. Is underneath, is completely saturated with the ignorance. But when those arise, we can see our mind. We know our mind. When it arises that instant, if we able to liberate it, that moment we uprooted the source of suffering truth. When we uproot the source of suffering immediately that moment, then is uprooted suffering truth. So first truth, among Four Noble Truths by the gracious teacher, we uprooted right that moment, that particular thing, even. Therefore, and that is really the progress. If we are able to do that is what many times the defining moment, the practitioner and not practitioner, the way we liberate it. If we liberate it, we are practitioners. If we are not liberating, then we may have name practitioner or practice, and not just a name, we practice for a while, but still our strength of realization is weak. We're just the same as others. Others cannot liberate it. Others not practicing. Then they follow after the emotions. And then we follow after the emotions. What the gracious teacher Buddha used example. When you throw stone to the dog goes after the stones. When that stone, if you throw to the lion will not go after the stone, come to the throw of stones. So then, if we follow the emotions, we are imitating as a doggy. Doggy. So, but if we go to the source, immediately we are really taking the example of the lions according to gracious teacher Buddha Shakyamuni. So this liberating is so important for all of us, really, that if we can do that. And even you couldn't liberate it immediately, but after maybe a few minutes, so 10 minutes after if we can liberate it, adjusted that, then it's good, really good. But then there's also maybe it made already mess, so it's a little difficult, but before the making the mess, at that instant, if we can handle that, then truly we are the bodhisattvas. Bodhisattva means what? A Sanskrit word, but it's translated as courageous ones for the enlightenment. Bravery ones for the enlightenment. That is brave. And we liberate. For that reason, Buddha said, named victorious ones. It's not that victorious, they fought with the war and killed people with the sword, this and that. But they fought war with negative emotions, they subdue. Therefore, they are victorious ones. Jara, Dudjomba, conqueror. Those are all terminology used. Arhatas, those are used because they subdued the very fundamental of the troubles and that obstacles, really that. So that is really liberation. That is liberating. And by letting go in the free natural flow of the uncontrolled awareness, and then not holding the whatever arises, the blessings of the self-realization, self-liberation are obtained. Then truly you attain the blessings. Blessings of your strength of the lineage teaching, and strength of your realization, and strength of your own primordial wisdom. Three kayas, Dharmakaya, Sambhokaya, Kaya and Nirmakayas.